me and him were pretty good mates, and he's only 9, he'll be 21 this year now, so he was only 18, 19 when he did it, so he was very young and he didn't have a sense of direction and that kind of thing. But the one thing that he had, he trusted me, and he knew that I would help support him and get him through the training and that kind of thing, which was fantastic because me and him could bounce off each other and train together and that kind of thing. But the other two guys, Joseph and Juwan, they found it very hard to train by themselves and get motivated and go out for their runs. But like them, with me, they wanted to do it for their family and set a positive example for their community and where they came from. So, it was just like Rob, whatever Rob's, told us and that kind of thing, we really took it in, and with the experience that he's had and, being a world champion and that kind of thing, you really take that in, even though you're not really aware of what a marathon is and you're coming from a different background of, whether it's footy or other sports and that kind of thing. It's important to listen and learn and develop and, listen to the training and what you have to do to get through it. And I remember Rob telling me that, at the start, he said to the four of us, he sat us down and said, you guys, you're not only going to make your family proud, but you're going to make the whole Australia proud, and you're going to make that. He told us about this ripple effect of putting a rock in when you drop a rock into water and it just makes them ripples. And he said them ripples are like, the first ripples in Alice Springs, Northern Territory, and it gets bigger and bigger. So I didn't realise that until when we actually all finished the marathon and everything started to happen with the media and that kind of thing, with the documentary and that kind of thing, that how much of a big difference that we made. Like it was just amazing. The four of us didn't know nothing about a marathon, and we wanted to do something together and achieve something together. It doesn't matter if we ran 3.5 hours or if we ran 5 hours. The main thing that Rob told us is, to start the race and, to finish the race. And it didn't really matter what time we did, as long as we did the training and, listened and learned and that kind of thing, which is, very important. But, that ripple affected you guys. That's why you guys are here now. And the last year, guys were here last year. So, I'm very proud that, this has happened, and, I'll work closely with Rob and Tim and that kind of thing, and keep him still involved and keep in contact and that kind of thing, because I think that's very important because of the opportunity that they've given us, especially Rob, to be able to go overseas and experience something special that we'll never forget. So, I'm very grateful that Rob's given me the opportunity, and that's why I'm still involved with the project and, having these talks and, talking to you guys, trying to inspire you to get through the 30 Ks tomorrow. And, you push yourself through it and eventually get to New York. But with my work, what I do is I've been working with Contar for 5 years now, and one thing I love doing is I love working with kids and, my people and helping them. I'm sure you guys do as well. Setting a positive example and being a role model is very big for me in Alice Springs. And for me to do that, I've got to do everything right, whether it's at work, playing footy, at home, because these kids, they look at me 24/7. So there's a bit of pressure, but I know if they see me doing silly things and, drinking or getting in trouble, that kind of thing, and they're going to see me and they're going to say, oh, if Charlie can do it, I can do it too, and get through. But so I've got to set a positive example by them by doing the right thing. And, some of these kids, they don't have positive people in their lives, which is very unfortunate, but they're involved with a lot of drinking and smoking, that kind of thing. Some of these kids live in town camps out in the communities and that kind of thing, and it surrounds them all the time, the drinking and the smoking, that kind of thing. And, we hope that the time that they're with us at school and the space they're with us, and us encouraging and supporting them in any way they can, that might make them think about the decisions that they make and that kind of thing. So, it's very important to me, just to see the kids develop and keep in touch with them when they finish school and they're still, ringing you up, can you give me a lift? Or, I've known this kid for 4 or 5 years now, and he's at the senior college and he's still asking me for a lift when I'm at the other school. So, it's just that relationship and the trust and you build with these kids. And, Maris very important to have that with these kids because, you know, they hold things inside and you've got to try and get them out and getting them trusting you and supporting you and helping you get through whatever they do. But, you know, I love this job, working with Clontarf and working with the kids. And these kids are now, you know, whenever I do a running event or something, I get them involved and they want to do running and that kind of thing. And they see me seeing the documentary and they get inspired. I want to do what you want to do. You know, I want to go to New York. I said, you've got to wait another 4 or 5 years till you're 18. But just keep them involved in that way. But it's just the what you do for the kids and your time and effort. It's I find trying to juggle family because I have a little daughter now. Like she's 8 months now, so having my little family and then work and then train, you've got to just have that balance. And it does get really hard at times, but I know I'm doing things for the better and I'm making a difference, with these kids, working with them and keeping them grounded and doing the right things and getting through schools, their number one priority. And hopefully they finish year 12. But so that's